Hi guys, welcome back. So I went shopping yesterday and I realized that they already have Christmas decorations and fake Christmas trees and all that Christmassy stuff on sale in stores. So it got me thinking that maybe now is a good time to start making handmade gifts for Christmas. So today I'm going to be making cold processed soap with essential oils, and to make it more Christmassy I'm going to be using Balsam Fir Needle essential oil. It makes the soap smell really nice like a pine tree or Christmas tree, and it puts me in the Christmas spirit, and I always make those soaps with this essential oil for Christmas. And you can give this soap out to your friends and family for Christmas gifts. It's a really good soap for your face, for your body, or for washing your hands. So let's begin. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to measure my water. I'm gonna need 110 grams of preferably distilled water. And then I'm gonna measure 72 grams of sodium hydroxide or lye. And I always make sure I put my gloves, mask, and glasses on to protect myself, because lye is very caustic and can cause severe burns, so you don't want that to happen. And then I'm gonna add lye to water, and I'm gonna do it slowly, a little bit at a time, so that it doesn't splash, because the water gets boiling hot when you add lye to it. And that's also why I have a towel under my measuring cup, so that I don't burn the table under it. And I'm just gonna give it a nice stir until lye dissolves in water, and then set it aside. Meanwhile, I'm gonna measure 200 grams of coconut oil, and I'm gonna put it in a microwavable container and melt it in 30-second increments. And after it melted, I'm gonna add 224 grams of olive oil. And then 77 grams of castor oil. And I found that this combination of these three oils works the best for me, because olive oil is moisturizing, coconut oil is cleansing and makes a lot of bubbles, and castor oil adds luscious leather. And then in a separate container, I'm going to measure 8 grams of Balsam Fir Needle essential oil. And at this point, the lye solution is usually cooled down enough, and I can add 17 grams of sodium lactate. But sodium lactate is optional. I just really like it because it hardens the soaps faster. And so now I'm going to pour the lye solution into the oils, and I'm going to use a strainer because sometimes lye doesn't fully dissolve, and I want to make sure that I catch undissolved lye crystals before they go into the oils. Otherwise, they will still stay undissolved in your soaps and they can really burn your skin. Now I'm going to give it a stir with a spoon at first. And then I'm going to switch to a stick blender and mix it until it comes to trace. And it only took me about 5 minutes to get to trace because of the oils I've used. Some oils take longer to get to trace, some take faster, plus sodium lactate helps to get to trace faster too. And if you're new to the soap making, the trace is a point when oils and lye water have emulsified. I would definitely recommend, if you're making the soap for the first time, to get it to a thicker trace to make sure your oils don't separate the next day. And it also helps to prevent soda ash on your soap. And if you want to learn what soda ash is, stay tuned. I'm going to make a video about that in the future. Well, this looks like a pretty thick trace to me, so I think I'm gonna add the essential oils right now. And I'm gonna mix it a little longer until the essential oils blended with the rest of the soap. Okay, now the soap looks ready. I'm just gonna mix it a little bit more with a spoon again. And I'm gonna put it into a mold. And I'm just gonna do the best that I can here. It is a thick, very thick tray, so things are gonna look a little messy at first, but that's okay because I'm gonna fix it. For now, I'm just gonna distribute all of the soap into the mold and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And while I'm waiting, I usually go and find a little piece of cardboard or a thick index card or something like that to help us smooth out the soaps later. And today I ended up cutting a little piece out of a pasta box, and that's what I'm using. And about 5 minutes later, when the soap hardened, it's so much easier to smooth it out. And the soap just looks perfect. So it has been 2 days and now we're ready to take the soaps out of the mold. And because I use sodium lactate, it's going to be much easier to take them out of the mold. They don't stick to the mold. That's another reason why I really like sodium lactate. And also sodium lactate helps to make the bars harder faster. So that's why you can actually use those soaps right away. But I would still like to keep them covered in the box for about 4 to 6 weeks. And the reason for that is that right now there is still a lot of moisture and water in the soaps, but it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the moisture to evaporate. And when that happens, the soaps become more mild and gentle and feel so much better on your skin. And the other thing that you want to do before you try the soap or before you give it away as a gift, you want to test it for pH levels. And pH level of the soap shouldn't be more than 10. Mine usually come to around 7 to 9. And how I test it is that I buy those pH strips on eBay. They are very inexpensive and they are very accurate. And if you would like to see how I do the testing of the soaps, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I can make a video about that. So there you have it. Now you know how to make soaps. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Otherwise, stay well and I will see you next time.